Hello folks, I'm OdinSpack33, and welcome back to Let's Play The Incredible Machine. This is part 2. Last time, we solved 13 of the tutorial puzzles, and I'm hoping by the end of this one we'll be through the tutorials and actually into the main part of the game. Tutorials are probably about like a quarter of the puzzles, but they get harder, so it'll take longer. By the way, if you didn't see my update stream from a while back, I'm now saying OdinSpack33 at the, for these Let's Plays now, to kind of keep that classic feeling. It's not my username anymore, but just thought it'd be fun, so. Anyway, this is lighting a fuse. I didn't even read anything that was going on here, so. Your goal is to fire all the cannons. You will need to flip one of the magnifying glasses so the light is focused correctly. So, we have cannons, we have magnifying glasses. That's how we light cannons and other fuses in this game. Is with these magnifying glasses. We're using these a lot. So you'll notice that if it's facing the wrong way, that it doesn't work. It needs to be, the lens has to be like facing it. I mean, it's kind of not so obvious. I mean, as you play it, it's kind of a little obvious, but you think it would work either way. Like, why would you have to flip a magnifying lens? Like, it's glass on both sides. But look, it's the way it was programmed, alright? I'm not gonna argue. And who knows, maybe the physics say otherwise. You also notice these cannons spawn cannonballs. That'll definitely be something that comes into play in some of these future puzzles. But for now, that's what they do. They shoot cannonballs, So tutorial, boom, boom, bang. All you have to do is fire the cannon. So look, we went from using the cannons, just 3 of them. Now it's just, we need to just fire 1. And in this one, we're going to get some dynamite. So you'll see that dynamite blows up brick, but not steel. I guess that's what these are. You'll notice there's like different properties to some of these. So we got like steel here. This is brick. This is like wood. I'm pretty sure dynamite blows up wood too, but I don't think it blows up these ramps. Only like the regular walls and stuff. I don't know, but so what do we have to do? So when we do this, you know, we have a bucket in motion, so we can probably use that to turn on this light switch here, and then I bet that still reaches that dynamite even without flipping it. No, okay, we have to. It sometimes has a pretty generous reach, some of these fuses. You'll also notice that we barely moved that, so we kind of actually have to move the dynamite a little closer there. And then, last but not least, this should be more than enough to solve this. But yeah, sometimes you'll have to just move something very slightly to actually get it to work properly. But yeah, and we'll have to wait for this to eventually fall down. Sometimes it feels really weird. Some of these puzzles, like how the way that they solve, where it takes a while, but this is how they sometimes go. All right, puzzle 16, Blastoff. You must light the candle. All right, so we have a couple of new things in this one as well. We're getting introduced to everything. It's a tutorial, right? So this is a rocket. It's blowing up some dynamite into a bowling ball. So rockets, you know, they take off, you know, right up top. You can use them to light fuses. They more than likely are usually the objective, but in this instance, we're going to be using it to light some stuff. So, what can we do with this bowling ball? We can probably do something like this, I suppose, and we can make it land on this and light that there. I think there's a multitude of ways to solve this. But I don't think flipping this really matters too much in the grand scheme of things. Like these light bulbs, it probably does matter, but I don't think it matters too much. Anyway, what we want to do here is we're gonna use a pulley to actually connect this so that that rocket can turn this light bulb on for us. So that should work there. There we go. We lit the candle. Candles, similarly, you can use them to light other fuses and whatnot. Sometimes they're an objective too. Here we go. Puzzle 17, doing some blasting. Your goal is to push both plungers down and set off the dynamite. Make sure you explode. Make sure you're explode, huh? Make sure you explode all dynamite that is on the playfield. Alright, so we have plungers and dynamite now. So these are just, I mean, it's as obvious as it sounds. You press down the plunger and it sets off the dynamite. What I think is really good about this game is everything is very intuitive to, like, kind of like real things that you would expect. Like, you know what the various, you know what a bowling ball is, you know what a gun is, a plunger, you know, like a seesaw, like, you know what these things are. So it's really easy to kind of figure out how they interact with the different things. All right, so we're gonna be using this seesaw here to pull the trigger on this gun. Hopefully that works. I think it will. No, okay. Sometimes you have to put it on like the other end. Like I said, I'm not like 100% on some of the physics on this sometimes. It throws me off. But yeah, what's cool is these dynamite are a chain reaction, so as long as one explodes, it'll set off the other ones. I don't know if you really saw that when I was testing that out, but yeah. So you don't actually have to light the fuses, they just set it off each other, and then there you go. There's puzzle 17, done. And there we go, we got puzzle 18, sending Mort the mouse home. Get Mort the mouse safely to the mouse hole in the bottom right part of the screen. A broken fishbowl will attract Pokey the cat. So now we have Pokey the cat. Pokey the cat will unfortunately give an unfortunate demise to Mort the mouse, so you don't want to let Pokey catch Mort. But Pokey also chases Mort, so you can use that to kind of move Mort and Pokey around the screen. And like I said, unfortunately for Bob the goldfish, sometimes his only purpose is just to have his goldfish bowl broken, so that's what's going to get Pokey over here. And you'll notice that activated this here, so we can use this to get Mort kind of in motion here. We're going to make him fly. And then we have more Pokey the cat. Not to be confused with Porky the cat, of course. That's dumb. Anyway, that should be it. Send him flying, and Mort's like, nope. I'm not going over there. There we go. There's his little mouse home in there. And now we got puzzle 19, monkey business. Your goal is to make both monkeys ride their bicycles. I want to say the monkeys have a name too, but I don't remember what it is. I feel like they don't show up too much in puzzles, but they're another generator. And they have screens in front of these bananas, and you open the screens, and they start, they start riding their bikes until they get tired, basically. I'm pretty sure they eventually stop. Maybe I'm wrong, but I want to say they do. But you'll notice they also stop if they get hit in the head there with an object. So, what do we have? We have to make both of them ride their bikes, right? So, we have a cage here. So, a cage can trap, I think just Mort the mouse, honestly. I don't think it really traps anything else, but it's also a weighted object. And it also has a rope attachment to it. Lots of things can be attached to ropes. So we can use the cage here to turn on this light bulb. And then we can use this rocket right here to open the other screen for this monkey on the left here. And that's it. Hot dog. I like how each of the puzzles have different, like, the passwords just have random words. Yeah, there's a password system in this to, like, save your score, and also, I guess, like, when you normally start this game, all the puzzles aren't unlocked, so if you, like, went somewhere else and you wanted to keep playing, or, like, I guess if you reinstalled the game, I don't know. Passwords are kind of outdated at this point. Just play the game again, you know? But anyway, here's puzzle 20, Bridging the Gap. The basketball must cross all the gaps. To solve this puzzle, you must connect 2 of the teeter-totters with a rope passing through the pulleys. You must also stretch an incline smaller to fill in one of the gaps. So yeah, seesaws can actually be attached to each other, and they actually make each other move, which is really cool. So what it wants us to do here is it wants us to fill in this gap here, and then with this, we're going to use this to actually get across. And I'm not sure which way we have to attach this. I'm hoping it's that one. No, it's not that one. It must be this. It must be this one then. But there we go. Yeah, so that's pretty cool that you can do that. You'll sometimes use those for ramps. I feel like it's not a super mechanic to use a lot, but I don't know why I call it a super mechanic, but here's puzzle 21, climbing a hill. Make the ball climb the hill and knock Pokey the cat off the cliff. To solve this puzzle, you need to place the mouse cages so that the ball rolls over them. So if we start the puzzle here, you'll notice that gets the bowling ball just high enough. I believe this is also the last tutorial puzzle, and it's I think a pretty simple one, because obviously you want to make sure the bowling ball runs over the generator first to get it up the hill here. And that's kind of it, and that's okay. Pokey the cat, you know, he can land on his feet, so it's alright. But there we go. There's all the tutorials done. You'll notice it doesn't say tutorial by puzzle at the top there anymore. So it says puzzle 22. Turn, turn, turn. Pop, pop, pop. Pop any 3 of the 4 balloons. Gears that are turning will pop any balloons that come into contact with them. So it's still kind of telling us how things work. It's kind of also weird that it's telling us that when we already had a puzzle do that. So we'll see what happens if we start this here. Look, nothing happens. You know, the monkey's riding the bike, but we don't have any kind of balloons actually popping here. So we can use these gears to actually move other things. So like if we attach this together, these gears will actually make that conveyor belt go. So that's pretty cool there. But we also want to maybe use these gears because we can kind of attach them here, and this might be used for something else. I don't know what I'm really saying. Alright, so we can get this going right here. Now, how do we get... We need this basketball to run over the conveyor here. That's what we need to be happening. So when we did it on this gear, it didn't go the way we wanted it to, so we'll try it on this one, and that should work there. Yeah, there we go. And now we can probably use this here to pop that balloon. And oh, that one was so close. Look how close that balloon was to moving into that. But that pulley just got right in the way. So the other thing we can do is probably just open this up and then connect this. But I think it's pretty clever that, like, as long as you pop any of the balloons, doesn't matter. I guess we have to attach it to this one. I don't know why, but there we go. There's the puzzle done. Like I said, they're getting a little more complicated now. So here's puzzle 23, trick shooting. Oh, I remember this one. Your goal is to make the 3 baseballs, but none of the tennis balls go into the container on the right. So you'll notice as the puzzle starts, just all these different tennis balls and baseballs and bowling balls, they just all drop down. So we have to get these 3 baseballs over here, and you'll notice we got 3 guns. So yeah, we have to use these cleverly, basically to bounce these in. What's also kind of fun is you don't necessarily have to do that. You could use the gun as like a ramp and kind of bounce stuff over if you wanted to. And I mean, that's not the way to solve this, but I want to say I did something like this when I was younger because I didn't quite get how this worked. But yeah, so we'll try to do this as intended. So we have pulleys, we have seesaws, and we have guns. So we're gonna have to use the pulleys to shoot the right things. I'll see you later. We're gonna have to pull a little further back. Oh. So that's gonna be this whole puzzle here is trying to get these to land in here properly. This one pretty much goes like right away. So we kind of have to line, because these fire like really far back, right? The bullets don't fire super, I mean they fire pretty fast, but we got to find a way to make this work properly. This is just a lot of finessing, honestly, trying to get this to work. This is not my favorite kind of puzzle because it's definitely just a lot of trial and error. And I mean, you'll get these kind of puzzles once in a while, and like I said, they're not the most fun puzzles. We got 2 of them. So what's good is we hit the top 2, so we should be able to get the 3rd one without any, like, it shouldn't mess with it. You know what I mean? Because sometimes you get the lower 2, and if I were to try to do something at the top, it might mess with the physics of the other ones. I realize I'm not doing anything here besides just running this over and over again. So, we tried it with this one. That's not firing, so we'll try to put it up there, maybe. Oh, what happened? Oh, one of them. Okay, we maybe have to fire a little further back. Oh, which one is falling? Which one isn't falling? The middle one now? Yeah, the middle one's not falling now. We gotta find it. We gotta find a way to. Remember how I said it wasn't gonna mess with it? Well, it is now. There we go. Man, that was that's not a fun one. All right, save the balloons. We'll probably end on this one. Well, all we get is 1 rope. Don't let any of the balloons pop. Puzzle 24. So what happens if we don't do anything? 2 of the balloons fall. 2 of them pop, 2 of them don't. So like I said, you can attach it to a hook, and then hooks just kind of keep things in place, but it's not going to keep that in place. But this is really all you can do. I think that's it. Yeah, that's the puzzle. I'm surprised that's not a tutorial one, because what else could we really do, right? There was really not much more to that puzzle. Alright, well, we're going from not popping balloons to popping 2, but we're going to have to save it for next time. Thank you so much for watching. This has been great. I've been OdinSpack 33, and I'll see you next time for part 3 of The Incredible Machine. So until then, take care, and goodbye.